All right. Happy Wednesday. And welcome to another episode of The Breakdown with your girl, Marcia. I know I sound a little bit hoarse. If you live in Georgia, y'all know the pollen is like on a whole nother level. So I feel like I sound like a man. And yesterday, oh my goodness, let's not even talk about how much deeper it sounded like I could be singing baritone or something. But y'all might be saying, Marcia, why are we in the car again? So what had happened was, this is a legit what had happened was. So I do have a dog, y'all. His name is Sergio. And I recorded yesterday. I had to do it twice because I didn't like the first time because I kept feeling like I sounded so deep and, I didn't know how I was going to pick up on the audio, et cetera, et cetera. And so I caught myself doing my edits and whatnots. And I turned my back. It felt like it was only for a few seconds. But obviously, it must have been a little bit longer because Sergio felt like he wanted to participate in the editing of my video on yesterday. Because, I had my stuff together. I had a little prop-like type of thing to kind of emphasize on this next chapter of purpose and success. Sergio wanted to be a part of it, and he deleted it, and I did not upload it to my Google Drive or the cloud or whatever. So I was like, dang. Oh well. I said I must have needed to just do that particular segment for myself for the sake of self-encouragement, because it no matter when or what time you're watching this particular episode, this is the month of May and it's Mental Health Awareness Month, and I was having some challenges this week alone, or a little bit from last week rolling over into this week, because I try to leave whatever happened yesterday was yesterday. Let's keep it moving, let's keep it pushing. We're all about the grind, getting the bag, getting that spiritual peace, all that good stuff. But something just kept lingering, and it was kind of frustrating, and trying to, talk it out. So I'm just going to take that moment from yesterday as a time to encourage myself, so that I can get myself back on track. Because you do have to take those moments to say, breathe in, breathe out, think on these things that are positive, think on these things that are edifying for self. I like to listen to some preaching sometime. I like to listen to some classical music sometime. I like to listen to my man sometimes. Y'all don't tell him that. It's just a different mixture of things to help put back into you what you've been giving out so much of. Because sometimes you do get exhausted mentally, physically, emotionally, and all these other parts of the body. And so you got to be able to recharge. And so with the 11th chapter for purpose, or the pursuit of purpose, we're talking about purpose and success. That is something that I would classify as a success. To take the moment to say, I have had the intentions, I had the mindset to record, to do this, to do that. Although it did not go all the way as planned, it went as planned. Because I needed to hear myself. I needed to encourage myself to say, you know what, Marcy, it doesn't matter what this person did or did not do. You're running your own race. You made it to a new day. You're living, breathing. That's a success, okay? Because everybody has different measures and different levels of success. Because at the end of the day, how success is defined is seeing if you move from point A to point B. Whether point A to point B was like 3 steps, 100 steps, 10 steps, 1 step. Hey, it matters that I move from one point of my life, or one point of my mindset, or one point of my financial status to the right direction as far as I'm making that progress. Because, people love to say, oh, you're only successful if you make this amount of money, or if you have this amount of followers, or if you have this or have that or this and that. Society has jacked up the way success is truly defined. I count myself as a very successful woman because I have a wonderful relationship with my mother and my father, because a lot of people don't have that, or their parents are not living. I have a fantastic relationship with my siblings. Some people don't have that. Some people don't even know their siblings. I have a great relationship, with this special person in my life. Not everybody gets to have a boyfriend, girlfriend, partner type of situation where they can talk to this person and confide in them. I count that as a success. I have a roof over my head. I have gas in this car, even though it's high as Scooter Brand. I count that all as a success because I'm not pulling on my tomorrows to try to make something happen on my todays. And so being able to say, hey, I've been consistent. I have been, effective whenever it comes to posting my videos and translating the stuff that I have as far as like the morning calls that I have with a group of young ladies. And there's like 2 guys in there, but it's predominantly women. But, we all are different career paths, different industries, and we just love to talk, encourage each other, and find new perspective on ways on how to handle the day or handle certain situations, getting those other perspectives. I count that as a success. Every day I wake up with good health and I'm not, bedridden and everything else, that's classified as a success. So don't get so caught up on what social media says or what other people say success is. We have our own definitions of success, okay? Because I feel like something is about to happen, not only for me, but for you too. The people who tune in, thank you again for all the people who have liked, shared, subscribed. Shout out to y'all. Love you, smooches. But something is going to happen. And whenever it does happen, you need to make sure you keep your same mindset of, it's not about me. It's never been about me. It's about what I can do to make an impact or a change in the world. You see a need, you fulfill the need, you're on the right track. Because think about all these entrepreneurs and all these engineers, all these business-like people who started out with, as they say, nothing, and now they're multi-million billionaires now. They saw a need, they saw a demand for something, and they believed in themselves and their purpose, that they knew what to do to meet those needs, to not only cater to the needs of them or the people that they were closely interacting with, but with people across the United States or even across the world. Okay? You have a gift inside of you. I have a gift inside of me. And it is part of your responsibility, my responsibility, to do everything that I'm supposed to share that gift with everybody that I come into contact with. Whether it's starting out with just a few people at your job or at church or wherever, hey, that's a start. Because as time progresses, your level of influence and impact is going to grow. And as it grows, it's going to spread. And more people are going to be engaged into the opportunity to say, I had the pleasure, I had the ability to meet this person or learn from this person. One of my dreams, God bless him, I hope he doesn't pass away no time soon, is to meet John Maxwell. I believe he's a very influential man. I did a long time ago, Miles Monroe, Dr. Miles Monroe, he came to visit and did a preacher sermon. I was with my parents, but, that was a pleasure to meet. But there are certain people that I would love to meet because what they have done with their life as far as like their purpose and them fulfilling it, hey, it was like a blueprint I got to emulate and then add to it to make it fit my lifestyle and where I am at this point in my life. So remember, success is not measured by what media says or other people say. Success is measured by what progress have I made from today leading into my tomorrows, or how much more have I gained when it came to knowledge, when it comes to peace, when it comes to either cutting off relationships, adding relationships, all the above. That is what the true definition of success is, because whenever we know how successful we are, we flow in a different level of peace and another level of obedience, because you're not going to just let anybody tell you what to do. That's not going to be beneficial not only to you but to the people that you're trying to impact and change. All right, so remember, I love you, you love me, because we family, we in this thing together. And next week I will be back in my office, God willing, as long as Sergio don't think he can get into the mix and try to help me with my edits. But until next time, happy Wednesday, and see you again next week. Smooches.